Hello, viewers. You are welcome to this week's edition of VERITAS Half Hour, where we discuss academic excellence and quality formation at VERITAS University, Abuja. This week, there is a seminar that we are looking at, and this seminar is an advocacy on how to end sexual violence on campus. And co-hosting with me this week are Lovett Anenye and Favor Oguntade. My name is Cyril Ole. Keep on watching.
So what are the reasons? So what are those things that will probably score the sickness of rape? Number one, it comes from what is watched, entertainment, music. You can go. We have the statistics. We had a meeting with some secondary school boys, 2019. We're trying to understand the dynamics. Why young boys are now getting involved in rape and harassment? Secondary school boys.
So we now have with us a program manager for WARIF. WARIF is Women at Risk International Foundation, Mr. Devi Asaba.
Thank you.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very
So what is this seminar all about?
Okay, yes. So this program is a program funded by the EU UN Spotlight Initiative.
Okay.
Of course, we know the EU, that's European Union. In the UN, there is United Nations. So it's a collaborative funding received from the two giants to sponsor a project relating to gender-based violence. More importantly, to eliminate gender-based violence amongst women and girls. But of course, it can't be achieved when you focus on women and girls alone. And from us as an organization, Women at Risk International Foundation, known for issues relating to gender-based violence, addressing this issue, we creatively came up with an idea to work with tertiary institutions in Lagos and in Abuja. So that is what we are doing basically in teaching students and working in collaborative efforts with schools in preventing issues relating to school-related gender-based violence. You know, there's an emphasis on school-related gender-based violence because we understand quite well that in tertiary institution, no tertiary institution is isolated of the prevalence rates of gender-based violence. And we have taken it upon ourselves to move to different institutions. And so far in this project, we have reached over 6,000 students, addressing it, telling students to understand that if you have been harassed before or raped before, it is never your fault. You need someone to speak with. And in speaking or dealing with this, we have trained response team in all the tertiary institutions we work with. This response team are known as school-related gender-based violence response team. When there is an issue in VERITAS, for instance, the response team are the first responder. They reach out to them, and based on the workshops we've had with them so far, they know what to do. If it's going to be on security, it's going to be on medical, they know what to do, and they take it up from there.
So looking at this program, advocacy is part of it.
Of course.
Is there a way you can also bring in maybe representation at legal level in the event that somebody comes and says, oh, I have been harassed, oh, my rights have been abused because I'm a woman or because I'm a man? Do you also go into that kind of program?
Oh, yes, we encourage that really because WARIF as an organization is a full-blown SAC. SAC means Sexual Assault Referral Center,
Okay.
SARC, where we focus on medical issues in in response to gender-based violence, the psychosocial counseling, the legal aspects, and also the shelter, because there are some people that are harassed or raped and then it's not advisable for such person to stay under the same roof with your abuser. So all of these are encompassing in one. And so for instance, a student was raped, and what should I do next? One of the things we are teaching them in the room is that there's something called the 72-hour window,
Okay.
where evidences are expected to be put together and never to be destroyed. Some of those things are what they will be taught in there.
Okay.
For instance, someone was raped. You are not supposed to take your bath, you're not supposed to shower. The clothes on you must not be disposed. Okay? And there are also some medical things that have to be also considered as well. One of the medical things is this, that drugs that will be administered.
Okay.
We don't know if the rapist or whoever raped the person
Was
have
on drugs.
hepatitis
Okay.
B. Does such person have HIV? So some of these things must be tackled within 72 hours. And from the legal perspective, this had to also be put into consideration as well. So, answer to your question, yes.
So is this a one-off seminar for Veritas University Abuja?
Okay, so the program is based on funding.
Okay.
I think I spoke in there to tell students that our partnership with Veritas has been running for about 2 years.
Oh, okay.
2019, we came here to have a meeting with the management to share the idea, and the management saw it as a very good initiative to work with. So I would say that at this point, it's not going to be one-off, because last year during COVID, we couldn't have a classroom program, but we had an online program, which happens to be the first of its kind in Nigeria, trying to set up a learning management system for students to learn on gender-based violence.
Online.
And interestingly, we have over 200 students from Veritas who participated online.
Wow, that's
so that
interesting.
shows more of the reason why WARIF is interested in working with Veritas University.
Thank you for talking with us, Adeyemi, and we wish you good luck in the seminar.
Thank you very much.
We hope to talk to you at some point again.
Anytime we are available to speak to you.
Thank you.
All right.
I have with me here Dr. Mrs. Angela Ngozi Dick, who is the Center for Gender Studies Director at Veritas University Abuja. Doctor, thank you for appearing before us. We'll be talking to you shortly. I also have the president of WARIF. I already told you that WARIF is Women at Risk International Foundation, Antonia Afenija. I hope I didn't murder your name.
No, you did not.
Okay, so doctor, what is the relevance of this seminar today in the school?
The relevance is that first and foremost, we have a center called Center for Gender Studies. And gender has to do with men and women. Between men and women, there is discrimination. So Center for Gender Studies is partnering with NGOs outside the school, even outside Nigeria, to help the students assimilate the fact that boys and girls are the same human beings, and each one should assist the other to grow. So I want to go back a little. The United Nations women, they call them UN women, they had a program here in which they launched he for she. So the man for the woman and vice versa. Then later, we have this women at risk called WARIF. You can see my cap.
Okay.
They are still partnering with UN women under another umbrella called Spotlight Initiative.
Okay.
They now want to train our students, capacity training or workshop, to help them realize that gender-based violence kills the human soul.
All right.
The boys and the girls should work together. Lecturers and students should partner to make each other grow. And when there is a violation of the right of a person, just because the person is a student, that student should report to Center for Gender Studies so that action will be taken to curb it. So the students are being told today to know that there is gender-based violence. It exists in the society and also in the school. They should not keep quiet. They should say something when such situations appear or arise.
Okay. Tonya, let me ask you, WARIF, you are the president of WARIF.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it. Is it campus-based?
Yes, it is campus-based because it's not only Veritas they are partnering with. UNI Abuja is also there, and Base University is there. Then Turkish 9 University, they are also together because they are working. They are trying to see how the students work with their lecturer. Not when you are trying to go to the lecturer, you'll be scared if this one will harass me or try to demoralize me because of my grade or this thing. But we are trying to create awareness, telling them that you can build that relationship between students and staff, or students and the authorities behind, not just because of, oh, this one you are in school, you have to you have to be shy or anything. No, just be open, speak forward, know what you are here to do. Not that, okay, now you want to go and see a lecturer, you have to be doing the sign of the cross, or you want to go and you have to pray. You have to pray. No, be free, be open-minded. As our VC will say, be free. Door is open door policy, not closed door policy. Because it wants everybody to be transparent. And that's what Warif is trying to do.
Okay, before I go to Doc,
Okay.
I am happy you are talking about people getting scared when they want to see, I mean students in particular,
Yes.
getting scared. And tell me, have you been having such experiences? And also, I hope when we are talking about gender violence, we are not just looking at the male harassing the female, because there are also instances where the female are known to harass the male.
Yes, that is why we are training both parties. Not only men, if not, you would have seen all women here, but both gender are here. We are trying to tell them that no, both of you can work together. We are equal. Not you. Everybody have their own. Everybody have their own work to do. Not say because of you are a man you want to oppress the other one, or because you are a woman you want to suppress the other one. No, we should do things together. That unity should be there.
Doctor, who do we run to when we perceive that our rights are being infringed upon, whether by students, whether by lecturers, whether by teaching staff or non-teaching staff? Who do we run to?
First and foremost, run to Center for Gender Studies.
Okay.
Center for Gender
Where you are the director, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Center for Gender Studies will now liaise with Directorate of Ethics in this university to handle that case.
Okay.
We don't need to go to outside. We don't need a lawyer. These things will be handled and resolved within the school compound.
Okay, are there opportunities for people to seek redress with some form of confidentiality, without fear of reprisal or reprimand, as the case would be?
Yes. Whatever that is reported to the center is secret. You don't make it don't make it public.
Okay.
It is treated as confession.
Okay.
And it is the spirit and soul of the reporting victim that is involved. So you have to protect the victim by making it secret as much as possible.
Okay. So how much of sensitization are you doing with fellow students to know that they can actually report issues of violence, perceived violence, to the Center for Gender Studies?
Yes, we've sensitized some students already, which are working with us presently, and most of them here, you can see one of them is even standing in front of us. Then that one will pass a message across to others. In case they have problems, they can talk to the people around. Then they will come directly to us, come and speak to us, because it's we that will not, okay, give them the go-ahead to say, okay, come to this place, we know how to handle it, but you have to speak up. Speak up, not just keeping quiet or keeping it inside, because they said if you keep quiet too much, you don't know what is bothering you, we don't know what's happening to you. But when you speak up, we know what we can do to you to help you.
So at the end of this seminar,
Yeah.
and when the UN and Spotlight and all that go away,
Yeah.
what do you do with the students to make sure that this sensitization continues? We don't want it to be a one-off thing.
No, it's not a one-off thing. That's why we have a workshop every Saturday. We do a workshop in VERITAS University. For now, we've not started because we wanted the WARIF to open it. Then we'll continue from there, not just after this, not a one-day program. When they go now, we will continue every Saturday. We'll just create a venue for them to continue.
Dr. Angela,
Yes, sir.
Spotlight, is your center working with Spotlight, the NGO, or working with the UN organization, or both?
I will say both,
Okay.
because the UN women came on their own, looking for Veritas University to launch He for She.
Okay.
We have He for She club in this university, and it is from UN women. These people asked, where can they go? They told UN women, told them to come to Veritas, which means our name is already global. From UN women, they were asked to look for Dr. Angela.
Okay.
And when they found Dr. Angela, I organized my students. They invited us to workshop. We have attended 3 times.
Okay.
And this WARIF, they have trained our students online. Some of them have certificates. I have received mine. She has received her own.
Okay.
And even this workshop, they have been registering online, not just physically. So we work with UN Women through NGOs that come to our school. Spotlight Initiative is part of UN Women's outfit.
Okay.
So Warif, Women at Risk, out there in Lagos, went to UN Women and their Spotlight Initiative before they came to Veritas. And we are privileged to be among the 3 universities they chose in Abuja.
Okay.
So we have Veritas University as number 1, Turkish Nile, and University of Abuja.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So these 3 universities
Yes,
means that we will continue to partner together to
yes,
sensitize the students.
yes.
Well, I'm happy to know that there is a place I can run to now if anybody harasses me. Thank you for talking to us, Dr.
Thank
Angela
you.
Dick, who is the
Thank you.
Director for Gender Studies at Veritas University, Abuja, and Antonia Afemeje. When I practice this name 2-3 times, I will be able to pronounce it very well.
Thank you.
She is the president of Women at Risk International Foundation, Warri. I wish
Here
you
in Veritas.
Here in Veritas. Okay. I wish you a successful seminar.
Thank
you
you.
for talking to us.
Thank you, sir.
Here with one of our Veritas University students. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Ashimoy Frederick. I'm a 400 level student studying computer science in Veritas University.
Okay, thank you for talking with us. So can I ask you first and foremost, how did you find out about the Spotlight Initiative?
It was shared on our platforms, so I found that through one of our WhatsApp platforms.
Okay, so is this topic of eliminating violence against women, is this something that you're interested in?
Yeah, this is something I'm very passionate about, gender-based violence, and I think it's a conversation that needs to be had among students. And so yes, I'm very, very passionate about this initiative.
Okay, so what are your expectations basically for this seminar? What are your expectations?
One of my expectations is that this initiative starts up a conversation among both male and female students in Veritas University so that we can be more open to discuss things like gender-based violence, and by doing so, I believe it would help reduce or in general just stop the entire violence itself.
Okay, so you feel like this is something that is very necessary, not just having a conversation, but also starting up initiatives to take action.
Exactly. I think it's important we have these initiatives now because this type of initiative help start up conversations, like I've said before, that in turn, end the stigma around
Yes.
gender-based violence and rape and in general, put a stop to the entire situation.
Okay, thank you very much. We've been talking with Frederick from Computer Science. Thank you.
I'm here with another Veritas University student. Please, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Nkirika Ekene Nancy from History and International Relations Department. I'm in 100 level.
Okay, so what have you learned from the seminar?
Well, so far it has been a very interesting journey. We have learned a lot of things, especially regarding the fact that people that have been abused shouldn't really be, afraid to let out what they have passed through. And I feel like it's a very, very good platform in order to enable other people around the world at large, even the country, other students, enable them to know how to, where and where to go to whenever they face these challenges.
Okay, so do you find this seminar useful?
Very, very useful. I do.
Okay, now do you know where to go to in case something like this happens to you, in case you're a victim or something?
Yes, this is the first time of me hearing this is the first time of me hearing an organization that actually deals with this. Warif as an example, Spotlight Initiative.
Okay, here I am with another student of Veritas University. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Michael Adeje, student of Veritas University, Department of Microbiology, 200 level.
Okay, now firstly I want to ask you, what do you think about this Spotlight Initiative and the topic of the day?
This Spotlight initiative, I think, is a very pivotal initiative that will help to mitigate gender violence in the campus, not only in the campus, but also in the in our society, because after the campus, we are going back to our society.
Yes, true.
So it's a very good one that will educate people and enlighten them more on things to do in order to mitigate this gender violence.
Okay. Okay, so I found out that there's a plan in place that when these groups leave the university, they are going to set up initiatives to start up clubs here. Is that something you'd like to be a part of?
Yeah, I would like to be part of this because I see it as an avenue for me to educate people more, because this gender violence of a teen is affecting people that are emotionally,
or
psychologically,
or
even in the education aspect, it affects people. So I would like to be part of this initiative to enlighten people more.
Enlighten more people. Okay, so some people have said that initiative here, initiative there. Where is the action? So what would you think are some actions that can be taken to actually mitigate this thing?
I think what the school should do is to build on the already mechanism on ground, like some of the groups in the school.
Okay.
So maybe start from there. So when the groups start to educate people, maybe when they have a seminar, they can talk about that. I think that will so help.
And even punishment for actions, that should be there on ground.
Punishment, so that any person that want to indulge in that will have that second thought. Okay, that if I indulge in such thing, there's a punishment I will think.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael, for talking with us. We've been talking with Michael. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
I'm here with another Veritas University student. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Anoro Benis Dominic, and I'm in the Department of History and International Relations.
Please, what have you learned from this seminar?
Well, based on the society today, I learned that whenever you face a gender violent problem, and especially it's always relevant to the female gender, you should always seek out, voice out your opinion, look for possible solutions everywhere. So, because if you actually don't voice out these situations, it can lead to more psychological problems and derailment of other sorts.
Okay, is this something you want to occur regularly?
Yes, for me, yes, a big yes to that, because I'm going to actually be centering on the society, because lots of students here in Veritas actually need this seminar. They really need it because of the society we are in today, the problem we are actually facing, especially the female gender. So I think it's a very, very good initiative or program that we can always venture in. I think if it can always happen like a year, 2 years, it will be actually very nice.
Okay, so do you have actions that are going to take to support this initiative?
Because it's actually a good program. I would like to be a part of the program, to create awareness, to go to places, create awareness, and let people know about this particular program and how they can be able to voice out their opinions, and I think the society will be a very better place to live in.
Okay, thank you.
With me is another student of Veritas University. Thank you for joining us. Please, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Simon Hembe Elizabeth, Arts and Social Science Department, Education.
Okay, thank you for joining us.
I'm 300 level.
Okay, thank you again. So, firstly, I need to ask you, what do you think about this initiative?
Wow, this is a very brilliant initiative, spotlight initiative, how to eliminate rape in our society.
Gender violence,
And in our world today, it has really been an issue that needs to be addressed globally, if I may put it that way. And bringing it down to our own very institution, I think it's a wise one, because it will make our girls, especially which are the most affected, to know how to speak out, so that their minds will be built up morally and otherwise.
Okay, so do you think it's something that we also need to involve the boys, the men, in this conversation and educating them on how to act, how to go about certain things? Do you think it's necessary?
Of course, it's very, very important, because these days, when it comes to aspects of rape, violence, it's not just secluded to the female gender. It's general. So they also need to be involved.
Okay. Okay, so is this something you want to see done regularly in Veritas University?
It will be very perfect if
Okay.
it's something that even every semester, if it comes up, it will be perfect to enable us know our rights.
Stay educated.
Yes.
Okay, so stay educated is what she says to us. Thank you very much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have come to the end of another episode of Veritas Half Hour. Favor, what did you think about the interviews, people we spoke to, and the seminar?
I think this seminar was really helpful because a lot of our students have really learned a lot from it.
Okay.
What did you think?
I thought it was very enlightening. Honestly, it's good to have initiatives like this to set pace for some action to actually take place, instead of just coming and talking about how it's bad and all that, but actually setting up things that we can work through with. What did you think about the mechanisms that they've said to put in place?
I really think it's going to be helpful so that the students can start their own groups, can start their own clubs to help eliminate this gender violence against women.
Okay, so I am Lovette Anenya, and with me
is Oguntade Favor.
Thank you for watching.
We've come to the end of another exciting edition of Veritas Half Hour. This week's edition, we looked at a seminar, an advocacy and a campaign to end campus sexual violence, organized by the Spotlight Initiative, as well as the Women at Risk International Foundation, WARIF. This seminar took place at the multipurpose hall of Veritas University, Abuja. We thank you for investing your time with us, and please keep a date with us for a fresh edition next week. My name is Cyril Ole.